Alrighty, my friends. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream. I hope everyone is having an amazing Thursday evening. Glad to have you guys here. Sorry, this is kind of a late live stream. Things are just popping off kind of late here, and you know, whenever it comes to the overall winter weather, I'm used to severe weather season, so if I say severe weather, that's probably why. But yeah, no, we got our first winter storm that's popping off out here, my friends. We got ourselves a pretty decent one. It's expected. It's actually been dropping a lot of snow already. I did not mention this yet, and I want to get it right off the bat. I want to go ahead and tell you guys, we are seeing the potential of another system following directly behind this guy. So let's go ahead and hop right over here to the models. We're going to go ahead and start off here with the atmospheric models overall here. Here's the GFS model. So we're getting ourselves a low-pressure system kicking up across the Central Plains. Obviously, it's going to be driving a bunch of snow across North-South Dakota. But look what happens here for basically portions of the 28th. You know, snow actually expected to drive further south. Possibly a little bit more ice on this one as well out there towards, like, you know, Kansas, as well as, you know, portions here of Panhandle, Oklahoma. So we're going to have to watch out there for that. I want to go ahead and mention that right off the bat. Also, got my blue shirt on for the Snowfall. So I am rocking the blue shirt here today for obviously our first coverage of winter weather here so far this year. This is the first official winter storm that is popping off here. And honestly, it's actually been kicking off here pretty heavily. We're going to go ahead and hop you guys over here to the expected amounts here. As we are expecting a good amount here across portions of western, portions here towards, you know, North Dakota. We got ourselves a lot of these areas here. This is not taking into consideration of what's already fallen, but we're talking, you know, well over a half a foot, a little bit less as you work your way more down towards the south. But yeah, no, we're definitely talking still a decent amount of snow. And it's not just the snow that's going to be the problem here overall. There's actually a lot of cold air that's going to be driving its way down into the country. I mean, like, when I say cold, I mean, like, cold. Here for tonight here, basically for the morning, or tomorrow morning, the lowest temperature, look at this, guys. Y'all are going to be a little shocked about this one. It's going to be a little chilly, just a little bit here. So we're going to be seeing that freezing line basically all the way over here throughout central Minnesota. This is basically where that freezing point is, you know, where we're seeing the freezing temperatures. But look at this. There's some areas throughout central portions of Montana that possibly could even see temperatures below zero. It's going to get that cold. It's going to be a big blast of cold air rolling through. North-South Dakota, I mean, we're literally talking between 10 and 20 degrees Fahrenheit across those regions here for tomorrow morning. So it is definitely going to be pretty bitter. Tomorrow's maximum temperatures, I mean, we're not even going to break the freezing point for a lot of these places. That's actually expected to see a lot of winter weather out there. You know, like I said, North, South Dakota, it is going to still be pretty cold even during the daylight hours, which is, definitely a little bit crazy. Upper elevations is going to be obviously a lot cooler out there, but I just wanted to go ahead and mention that. But yeah, no, it's not just the snow probability. It's actually the threat here for, like I said, it's also the threat here for the potential of, some really cold temperatures and stuff like that. I mean, right now, you can see here on the radar, we're going to go ahead and disable this top one real quickly. We're going to get rid of that for a moment. But in current observations, I mean, the temperatures up here is already really cold. Look at this. So we're actually already measuring temperatures in the single digits, some up there mostly in the teens, but I mean, it is already getting really, really cold and definitely suitable for snow to accumulate. Here's portions of, North Dakota's radar, and you can actually see we're getting a lot of heavy snow out there towards Bismarck. Current temperature right now is around 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are pushing to the southeast here, but there is a lot of snow to follow this. I mean, like I said, you guys are probably going to, definitely be seeing several hours worth of snow. I mean, you're really just now starting to get into the heaviest of it, but yeah, you have a whole big band, a whole bunch of that, really dark blue. That's where obviously the heaviest snowfall is located. The more darker blue it is, that's showing you where we are seeing, heavy snow bands overall. Now down here across the pink, there's probably a little bit of a wintry mix, ranging between rain, probably some sleet, maybe obviously some snow included there as well. But yeah, the temperature there, out there towards that line though, is still below freezing, which that would definitely allow for some accumulations of, possibly even like ice, which could be a problem out there. The problem for ice, could be quite minimal, but it would probably exist along the southeastern side here of North Dakota, as some of that warmer air pulls up into all that snow there, and allows a lot of it, or some of it, to actually melt, but then refreeze on impact as it touches the surface there. So that is something we definitely need to take in consideration too. Is obviously the threat out there for the potential of winter weather as ice, which is another aspect of winter weather which we got to look out for. I'm going to bring you guys back over here to the model. So we're going to take this hour by hour. We're going to see what's going on here. So we're starting off here with the NAM model. Obviously current time here, we're going to work our way to the latest point. 18 Zulu run, so current time is almost 10 p.m. So at the time being here, actually, you know what? Let's use the HWRF, or sorry, the HRRR. I am so used to the tropics too. So here we go. So yeah, this is the latest model coming through here, ranging from the HRRR. Obviously, still showing a good amount of snow falling throughout portions here of North Dakota for the next several hours. According to the HRRR, it actually has the snow exiting South Dakota kind of by around 2 a.m. Which, this is in Central Time, so this would be right around 1 a.m. for you guys, obviously. But yeah, so the snow is going to continue out for, several hours across North Dakota. It's actually going to start falling across a lot of northwestern Minnesota as well. You guys are going to be getting a bit of snow out of the system here as well. And all the snow should be out basically by tomorrow morning. We got ourselves this low pressure system that's going to be rolling through. But like I said, then we have ourselves a little bit of a second system that's going to be developing here down in time. Now for that, I'll bring out the NAM. And you can see the NAM actually showing a second wave of snow rolling here tomorrow. For the 28th here, I should say. Like I said, this snowstorm exits by the afternoon of tomorrow. And of course, for the day after here, once again, another little clipper, drive in a bit of snow. It's not going to be as much of, obviously, as, this snowstorm that's, currently kicking off here, but it is definitely going to be, probably driving a little bit of accumulations down there. And, definitely something you should look at there for. And like I said, this is actually going to be diving a bit more to the south, the secondary little clipper. This will actually drive snow out there towards portions like Nebraska even. So we'll have to watch out there for that. When will Toronto see snow? I don't know, Broccoli. Probably a little bit of ways. You never really know, though. Mother Nature can definitely surprise you. That's for sure. Let's see here. What's up, Appalachian Angel? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Once again, all of you guys. Hope everyone's doing good out there. But that's kind of what's going on there, my friends. Overall, that is the verdict of, what we're seeing. So we have the first line roll through. According to the NAM, I'm not sure how much I trust this, but it kind of shows some really heavy snow squalls, kind of for around midnight here tonight, right around 11 o'clock for you guys in the Central Time Zone. across portions of like northeastern South Dakota and southeast North Dakota, potentially driving ourselves, a lot of heavy snow. Typically, if this was to actually materialize, there would be the potential, due to so much heavy snow. There might even be the potential there for thunder snow if that was, obviously to play out here, which, it's not guaranteed, but it's definitely, something we'll have to keep an eye out there for. As right there on that frontal line, it definitely could be a possibility overall. But that's kind of what's going on there, my friends. That's kind of what we're looking at. But once again, here's the current radar, y'all. This is currently what we are seeing here. We work our way up into portions of Minnesota. You can actually start to see how some of the snow is actually already starting to lead into some of those areas. However, it's probably not going to be sticking too much right now, considering the temperatures, as you can see here, are still above freezing. The red, that's your temperature, the red ones. The green ones are your dew points, but yeah, the red ones are obviously showing above 32 degrees, which, that's actually going to change here, obviously, tonight, as that cooler air starts rolling in from behind this system, and, as the system rolls its way up here. Obviously, you guys are going to be getting, those temperatures to be dropping, and actually, whenever it comes to the, the accumulations and stuff like that, we possibly are talking, a decent amount of accumulations out there, possibly up to a half a foot in some regions. Up there in northwestern Minnesota. Here's actually that current view right now you guys can look at. So up there in the northwestern side, possibly up to a half a foot for those regions, definitely could be a possibility. But like I said, once we work our way down a little bit more to the south, obviously, for South Dakota, not too much accumulations expected out there, except for like the northwestern, kind of north central side. That's kind of where the heaviest accumulation in South Dakota is going to be located. North Dakota is obviously going to be getting a lot of that, as the majority of the snow, as we looked, is forecasted and is falling across those regions. Texas will not see snow out of this event. This snowstorm is a lot further north than Texas is. So this system is going to be a lot further. Obviously, it is a lot further north, than Texas. So you're not going to be experiencing this one. I mean, even Nebraska is not supposed to get it yet. Texas is a little ways away from this snowstorm up here, so nothing to worry about out there. Let's see here. What's up, Barbara? Let's see here. Been working lots of hours, missing your live chats. Been missing y'all. You too, Barbara. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Kid Storm Coverage says Sunday they're saying 7 inches. When is that? Where is that? So 80128. I don't have my. Let's see here. Might be able to pull up. I could actually probably do a few zip codes here every once in a while. Oh, that's across Colorado. Yeah, it's not too surprising. Actually out there by Denver. Interesting. Yeah, but we'll definitely do a couple zip codes tonight, y'all. I mean, I'm not going to completely focus this entire stream to zip codes, but I will do a couple of them every once in a while tonight. So, if there's any questions y'all might have, like I said, let me know. We're just going to be doing it for tonight, though. I will tell you that. We're not going to do forecasts for like a couple days out. We're just going to be focusing on this first wave of winter weather. But like I said, if you guys are just tuning in here, I mean, like I said, there's 2 waves, actually. If you guys probably didn't know that. The first wave, obviously, is happening right now and rolling through. And, of course, the second wave, just a little bit of a clipper system, is forecasted to roll up across portions like central northern Nebraska into South Dakota, which, definitely could deliver a little bit of snow. Possibly even up there towards Wisconsin, too. I mean, it still, it needs to be worked out a bit. Maybe a couple of showers and some thunder showers could be possible out there as well. The Storm Prediction Center right now does not have any sort of severe weather expected here between today and tomorrow. Well, today there is, but it's... Oh, they just actually updated that. Yeah, so there's not anymore, actually. No threats for severe weather out of the system. I mean, even though this thing is bringing a, pretty nasty-looking little cold front there, but yeah, it's not going to do too much. Let's see here. Let's see. Thank you. Trying to get my garden wrapped up. Yeah, no problem. Let's see. Caden wants me to take a look here at 51239. 51239. Let's see here. Iowa. So yeah, Iowa's not going to get any snow out of this, my friend. You are a little ways away from all that. You can see there's probably going to be a bit of precipitation out there. I'd say probably by tomorrow morning. A little bit of rainfall, but just a little bit too warm for snow for you. So yeah, you're not going to be seeing any snow out of this, my friend. But anyways, let's go and hop our way back over here to the radar, my friends. Go and see what's going on back out there. So we're going to hop back down to South Dakota, because actually the western side of South Dakota, we're getting a lot of compression along the western side. So, we're getting a lot of heavy snow bands popping out there. We have Phillip there that's currently, kind of pulling on the lighter side. But we definitely do have ourselves, quite a bit of, quite a bit of heavy snow that's falling out for some of those regions there. In which obviously we have to, watch out for that, because those bands, even though they don't last typically don't last too long, they can drive a lot of heavy snow, and honestly, they can ramp up those totals a lot quicker than what models can even pick up on. So, those bands is something you need to look out there for. And another thing, I want to mention to you all is the current warnings and stuff. I don't think we mentioned that here today so far, which I don't think we did. But let's go and hop our way over here really quickly. So here's the current warnings and stuff. Obviously, just to tell you if you guys are in a warning for winter weather or not. That pink area, the whole pink region across southeastern Montana, throughout pretty much a lot of North Dakota, and into 3 counties up in northwestern Minnesota. Those are all winter storm warnings. Obviously, winter storm conditions is expected. And across the areas here in that kind of purplish blue color right in here, those are winter weather advisories. Basically advising you that there is a potential for some, mild travel disruptions due to winter weather, typically meaning only a couple inches of snow is possible, not all the time. But yeah, follow close to your local weather service office for your specific area, because that drastically changes over a distance. So, for example, what's happening in central Nebraska is not going to be the same as what happens up here in northeastern Montana there with those other ones. But that is something I wanted to mention with you guys. Just want to go ahead and pull that right off. Just let you guys know that's kind of what's going on there overall. Let's see, I got a freeze warning. So cold. Oh, yeah. No, this is going to be a very cold event for a lot of people. Like I said, this is actually supposed to get down into the into possibly even the below zero in some areas. Let's go and hop you guys back over here. So, yeah, this is the current expected temperatures here tonight, basically for the coldest time period tomorrow morning. Overall, I mean, we are seeing that freezing point. So that's where, the freezing temperatures is, basically ends off there, Iowa, once again, too warm for any snow to you guys. But yeah, look up here though, look up there towards Montana and portions like, Wyoming. I mean, even North and South Dakota, we're talking temperatures here in the lower 20s, mid-teens, which is definitely going to be pretty cold out there. This is definitely the coldest we've seen so far this year, which, this is going to be bringing down a lot of cold air. This system's just blasting in a bunch of cold air up from Canada and bringing a lot of it down here. Let's see here. All right, let's go and hop our way back over here for a minute, back to the radar. I got ourselves a question coming through from Broccoli. Let's see, 58702. 58702. So yeah, you, my friend, are in North Dakota. Okay, so yeah, your region we're expecting right around 3 inches or so. The temperatures, on the other hand, like I said, temperatures we were talking about out there is probably going to get into the mid-teen or the mid-tens. I'd say probably between 10 and 15 degrees at the coldest tonight. So it's going to be very, very, very cold. Make sure you bundle up out there. And actually, if we look at the radar right now towards that area, yeah, it's definitely snowing out there. So, yeah, it's going to be doing that for a couple of hours. Let's see here. I hope cold holds off. Middle Tennessee finishing up the garden, but my furnace is out too. Gotcha. So when it comes to it, though, here, let me actually go and hop you guys back over to the models. I'm going to take you guys to the long range here for a moment. But yeah, those temperatures, what we were looking at, let's see here. What is the anomaly? Showing you just how much colder it is. I mean, we're literally talking below 20 degrees typically, below normal temperatures. But yeah, no, unfortunately, this is going to be a pretty cold blast here. For basic, right around Halloween, actually. Halloween seems to be a lot cooler this year. I mean, this is for the 31st. Look at this. This is right around trick-or-treat time. 8 p.m. for the 31st. I mean, a lot of the country's in blue and purple, which is showing that, we are well below average, in terms of temperature. So it's going to be very cold. Just want to let you guys know on that. I mean, some areas here, possibly 20 degrees below normal, below typical. So yeah, this is going to be bringing down a lot of cold air, my friends. It definitely will be. Especially for the initial first part. It's gonna be a little cold. I'm just gonna tell you that one. But here's the actual temperatures. I mean, we're talking basically here. Look at this. So for 8 p.m. on October 31st, I mean, literally a lot of the countries in the 30s and 40s. Look at that. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cold. The only areas that's gonna have a decent trick or treat experience might be like places like Florida and southern central Georgia. But other than that, I mean, it is going to be cold. I mean, freezing across some of the Midwest. So it's going to be very cold for a lot of you folks out there. So just make sure to bundle up. Yeah, I'm going to have to make a I'm going to have to make a trick or treat forecast for you guys, Halloween forecast for y'all, because yeah, this is not going to be a normal one. That's for sure. It's going to be a little cold. I can guarantee you that one. But let's go ahead and hop our way back here. Let's see here. Amazing temperature change for October. Yeah, it is definitely hopping around, that's for sure. I mean, it's definitely changed quite a bit. Quite a bit, you could say that. Here you go. So you can actually see along the northeastern side of, let's see, South Dakota here. We're getting a lot of rain up there in the northeast side. Like I said, it's typically just too warm for a lot of these regions here, to be experiencing any of the snow here. Most of the snow that we're going to be seeing out of this event here, guys, is going to be ranging mostly in these areas. Let's see here, mostly around here. A lot of these areas up here are going to be seeing that snow. Typically down here, it's a little bit too warm. I mean, even if we did get a bit of snow, which, some areas possible, but it's just going to be, it's probably not going to be able to stick, considering how warm it is. I mean, for example, right now, up in northwestern, Minnesota, it looks like there is a little bit of snowflakes, a little bit of snow coming through across the northwest side. But here's something to take into consideration. Like I said, right now the temperatures, anyways, I mean, we're getting a little cooler since the last update we looked out there. We're talking, right around 33, 34. So whatever's falling right now is melting because obviously it is above freezing, which is allowing, for this overall to, not stick as well. But don't let that, like I said, do not let that, get you down because, across portions here of the Northwest, I mean, we are going to be seeing those areas eventually breaking that freezing point. And, we are going to be seeing ourselves, possibly there near a half a foot, potentially, could be a potential. There towards South Dakota, obviously, it's going to be a lot less. I mean, we're talking, most of these areas here under an inch, except for the northwestern side, possibly getting up there right around 1 to 2 inches could be possible. But yeah, most of the snow obviously is across North Dakota, up into portions of northwest Minnesota. So, like I said, there's already been a lot of snow that's already fallen here too. Let's see if I can actually go ahead and pull up the amount. Let's see, did they update this yet? I want to see. Let's see, observations, observed snowfall. Here we go. This is what I'm looking at. So this was as of 8 p.m. So about 2 hours ago. Okay, this is actually pretty, not too long ago. So here's the current snowfall. The current already observed snowfall that's fallen out here. I mean, we've already had ourselves, some areas here exceeding right around an inch, or sorry, right around 6 inches. But yeah, no, you can actually see here how a lot of the heftiest snowfall is across North Dakota. Like I said, South Dakota, you're going to get a couple of inches, across the northwest side, but for a lot of the meat of the interior portion of the state, probably not. But, we're going to start to see some more accumulations out in these regions here, mostly for like southeastern, southeastern side here of North Dakota overall and stuff like that. Let's see here. But yeah, but that's kind of what's going on there, my friend. What's up, J-Lore? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. See, I've enjoyed the cooler weather in Georgia. It's still a little warmer than I like. This is Chris. I hear you. No, it's going to be cooling down pretty quickly, you guys. This is really the first big taste of winter that, we're actually seeing out here. With all these cold temperatures, and, this is the official first winter storm of the season. Definitely, yeah, it's going to be getting a little bit more and more likely from here on out, typically. See, J-Lore says lots of snow. Oh, yeah, definitely. We're actually talking, some areas there are going to be possibly seeing, North Dakota, possibly up to and over a foot in some regions. I'd say that best probability. is going to really be existing along, the central side of North Dakota. We're talking potentially, over a foot in some regions. Definitely can't be ruled out. Let's see here. Actually, you know what? This is what we need to go off of. I was looking at the last 24 hours. Here's the last 48 hours. You can see a lot of the snowfall. A lot of it for the northwestern side. Even in the portions of Montana, we had that little spot that was observed over a foot along the east central side, which is definitely pretty crazy. Let's see here. Barbara says joined membership a few months back. Let's see here. I see the monthly fee. What are you talking about, Barbara? I have no idea what's going on. Let's see here. And you should be seeing the icon. Yeah. Talk to one of my mods about that, Barbara, since we're kind of busy here with the winter weather and stuff like that. Either that or join our Discord, and I can talk to you after stream. But yeah, right now is not the most appropriate time to be talking about that. Or I can't, anyways. But yeah, mention it. Talk to my mods about it, and they'll try to figure it out. But anyways, but up north here, regarding the temperatures and stuff like that, I mean, it is definitely cold enough for, snow to be sticking. I mean, we're literally talking the teens, upper teens to, kind of lower to mid-20s out there. I mean, it is definitely pretty daggone chilly. And like I said, that's just the beginning. It's going to get at least, 5 degrees, cooler in some areas there out there for most of those regions. Once again, I mean, we are talking the potential of, into the mid to lower teens here, across some of those regions. And, once we work our way more to the west out there, towards like Montana, I mean, it's going to be getting, I mean, look at that. There's already some reports of temperatures getting down, I mean, literally in the single digits. There's one report of it being in -4. That's an airport, actually. Interesting. Apparently, yeah, it's -4 out there. I'm not sure how much I trust that, but but later on tonight, it would definitely not be surprising. But yeah, mostly above zero, but well below freezing. Let's see here. Was this expected or no? I looked at GFS data like 3 or 4 days ago. Didn't see this. So yeah, this was initially expected. We've actually been forecasting the system for quite a few days. You guys can go back on my channel and you'll see me talking about the system for. I'd say probably at least 2 days or so. We've talked about it quite a bit. What's up, Catman? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Mark? Hope you are doing well, y'all. Let's see here. But yeah, so that's what's going on there, y'all. Let's go ahead and hop our way up here to back to the models here. Yeah, we're gonna get a new update here from the new HRRR model here rolling through. Wow. Okay, look at this, guys. So we're going to bring y'all back over here. So this is actually the temperatures based off the HRRR here. So, as we work our way into, right around, 8 a.m. Eastern, so 7 Central, I mean, literally, let's go ahead and zoom in a little further to the northwest. I mean, it is going to be getting very cold, well into the single digits across a lot of those areas there. And then once you hit the the Midwest and all of that, I mean, we're just getting this big cold front rolling through. I mean, it's going to be a pretty big cool down for a lot of people. I mean, we're talking by like 6. Let's see. Look at this, hottest time of the day, like 3 p.m. We're still talking the teens and the 20s up in North Dakota. I mean, that's obviously they're kind of used to this type of temperatures, but not right now because this is. The first time we've seen something like this year. I mean, this is definitely pretty cold. What's up, KM? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But anyways, let's go ahead and work our way over here back to the precipitation and stuff like that. So, like I said, in terms of the timing of the storm here, the system obviously, is going to be rolling out. It's forecasted here by the HRRR to be rolling out of South Dakota. Still a couple snow showers possible, obviously. But it's kind of looking like it is going to be, heading out of South Dakota for the most part here. Right around 1 a.m. or so. But like I said, a couple snow showers will definitely be possible throughout after that. But the main snow event's not going to end until like late morning or mid morning, I should say, kind of late morning essentially. Should be out of North Dakota. Probably right around like sunrise, right near sunrise, for the most part. But yeah. Let's see. Dieselman says I live in western North Dakota. We are getting dumped on. I am a driver, so I depend on these forecasts. Well, Dieselman, like I said, if you have any questions, I will try my best to help you out. Okay. I will try my best to help you out with any questions you might have. Now, for example, like I said, to show you guys what's going on real quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this for a moment. But let me show you this. So here's the expected totals out there towards your location. I want to go ahead and bring this up. So this is how much more snow we could probably expect. You should be, relatively familiar with some of these regions out there. Should be familiar with some of these areas like Garrison, right around 3 inches or so. You've already seen most of your snowfall. I mean, I'll tell you that one. I mean, according to the observed snowfall, that we've actually got already, from this system, has already, went up over a half a foot. You can see a lot of the northwestern side. Depends on exactly where you're at, though. But yeah, we've already seen, a decent amount of snowfall. That snow line right now cuts off across, basically northwestern South Dakota. And then, of course, it continues up there throughout, most of North Dakota. What's up, Kevin? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Good evening, Terry. Welcome to the live stream. See here. Oh my, that's cold, says Roadster. Yeah, it's a little chilly, isn't it? Just a little bit. Like I said, even the current temperatures right now, popping off. It's a little bit chilly out there right now, especially out there towards Montana. But mostly a lot of single digits out there towards the central state right now. We got 2 Scotts in here. What's up, Scott and Scott? What's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Freezing rain, says Kevin. So yeah, there honestly is not gonna be too many issues with freezing rain. Look at this. So the only thing, this is actually official National Weather Service forecast, by the way, guys. So just FYI. There's really not a lot of ice expected with this system. I mean, the most of it's probably going to be along central South Dakota. So, like I said, probably not going to be anything too crazy. Here's the the expected snowfall. This was updated. This is how much more snowfall we're going to be getting, essentially, from the system. This was as of 8 or 7 Central for you guys. Obviously, right now it's 9 Central, so this is about 2 hours old. So. A little bit. This has obviously changed a little bit, but the remainder of the heaviest accumulations are forecasted to be across like northeastern North Dakota, as well as northwestern portions of Minnesota. Let's see here. J-Lore says it's getting cold for me in Wisconsin. Oh yeah. So here's the thing. Like I said, we actually mentioned Wisconsin. Here's the thing, you guys. If you're just now joining us, you probably may or may not have known about this, but. This system overall is actually split up into 2 different parts. So we're seeing obviously our first section roll through today. I mean, we got a lot of snow rolling through North South Dakota, eventually rolling through Minnesota, diving in, a decent amount of snow, a little bit of a cold front activity, cold front action going on out there, bring some cold temperatures. But then we're going to be getting ourselves another little clipper to follow right behind it here, basically for the afternoon of the 28th. So today after tomorrow, basically. And this could lead to some snow, possibly out there towards Wisconsin. I'm not so sold on the idea yet, but there is a possibility it could. Let's see, the GFS model. Yeah, this is what the GFS has to suggest. Shows a couple snow showers possible, but yeah, for the most part, the second part of the system is not really anything, too crazy up there for you. However. To my friends, all of you guys that lived a little bit more further south, this could be an ice problem. Could be a problem down there towards, like, the panhandle of Texas even. Panhandle Texas, portions of even Kansas. A bit of snow up there towards the, towards the Central Plains, could be a problem. Let's see. Are we okay in Missouri? Yeah. Brandy, you're fine. Yeah, you're probably not going to see much. I mean, this is very low resolution, so... probably not going to be too much for anything out there. Let's see here. What's up, Brad? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Brandy says rain tomorrow for St. Louis. Let's see here. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably gonna you probably will see some rain. Let's see here. I don't know about tomorrow, but it looks like there is going to be a bit of precipitation rolling nearby for like the 28th. I'd watch out for. I mean, won't be anything winter weather related, so I can tell you that one. I can for sure tell you that one. Let's see here. All right, just checking on something. All right, so, anyways, let's hop our way back over here to the radar. We're gonna take a look here at South Dakota. So once again, we got a lot of heavy bands out there. Out there towards the Eagle Butte here, right off of Highway 212. I mean, you can actually see how it gets like almost gray basically. And that's the radar telling us, that we're actually seeing some pretty heavy snow there. That's what you got to look out for, in these winter systems. You got to really look out there for those heavy bands because a lot of times the models don't even pick up on them. Models are not that good in order to pick up on all of these, snow bands that roll through, in which, these snow bands here can deliver a good amount of snowfall in a short period of time. So that could definitely overall up your accumulations. That is the main problem whenever it comes to winter weather systems, is that you got to watch out for those bands, locally higher amounts within, those bands that you see. But yeah, over 30 dBz, that's very heavy snow. I mean, that is like really heavy snow overall. But yeah, so that's kind of what it's looking like right now. We have a little bit of a dry slot between, but another band out there east of Sturgis, actually. East of Sturgis, South Dakota. Sturgis right now doesn't seem like it's snowing too much, if it is snowing at all. But east of that, yeah, it's definitely coming down pretty heavy across some of those regions there. Of course, we have ourselves, like I said, North Dakota. A lot of North Dakota's seeing a lot of the heat there. Let's see here. What does the arrows on the forecast page mean? So these arrows here, I guess you're talking about the wind barbs, these little guys. They're showing you which way the wind's coming from and how fast it's moving. So we measure this in knots. For example, this guy up here by Cooperstown, is winds coming from the north, heading down south. So in this case, the winds are doing this. So coming down here, and there's a long bar and a short bar. And that long bar shows 10 knots, and the short bar shows 5 knots. So 15 knots, which is right around 15 to 20 miles an hour, roughly. A little bit more than that. Let's see here. Did that hurricane that hit Acapulco do any damage to the states? No. Golden Era, that storm completely disintegrated. I mean, it is not even existent anymore. But those mountains chewed it up like crazy. Yeah, we're talking about that one we just covered here 2 days ago. That hits Acapulco here. They got hit really hard by a Cat 5. Sustained winds 165 with gusts up to near 200. Crazy. But yeah, I haven't heard any information. I tried looking up some. I didn't really see too much. I briefly looked it up. Didn't see too much information on it, but I'm sure they definitely got rocked pretty well. I can assure you that one. Let's see here. Let's see, not the one. Let's see, NWS temperatures, says Keegan. Let's see. So you're talking about the temperatures? Huh. Well, it's definitely going to get cold for a lot of people. I can tell you that one for sure. Actually, I'll go ahead and show you guys that. If you guys are just now tuning in, here's the expected temperatures for tomorrow morning. Right as you head out for work, I mean, it is going to be pretty frigid for a lot of those places up north. I mean, such a big difference, though. I mean, look at the difference in temperatures. We have like lower 70s across like Texas, and then you work up to Montana, and it's barely even above zero, which is crazy. Some of those accumulations is actually, some of those temperatures are actually going to be probably below zero. See, over 27 fatalities. That's not good. Yeah, they had a population of about 1 million people in that city. So yeah, that was definitely a pretty nasty storm we covered there. Hopefully we won't have to do that anytime soon. Hopefully ever again, because yeah, that was definitely a little nasty. That's for sure. Let's see here, but yeah. Actually, we're going to hop over here to this view. So we got ourselves, this shows us how much snow we've gotten. Getting a lot of reports up there towards North Dakota, showing some areas out there. See, Minute here reporting over 12 inches apparently. Let's see, we're gonna hop our way a little further up north here for a minute, y'all. Yeah, we got some good reports coming from these regions here. But yeah, out there towards Minute, it was showing about a foot of snow across that region, which is definitely, a good amount of snow out there. Let's try KMBX out. Radar doesn't seem to be working too well for me. Yeah, there we go. So apparently it's like 21 degrees. Yeah, a lot of pretty hefty accumulations. 9.5 out there by Washburn reported in terms of snowfall. Let's see here. We got ourselves down south towards Bismarck, about 4.5. Still snowing. This was an update at 120 UTC. It's currently 210 UTC. Let's see. But yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a good amount here. Let's see. We're gonna hop down back to let's see, South Dakota. See how much snow reports coming through from here. Yeah, we got those heavy bands. You got to really look out for that. I mean, look at that. Very dark blue is definitely really telling us that we're definitely showing us that we are seeing some pretty pretty hefty amounts of snowfall out there. Snowfall accumulation. Like I said, those bands, man, y'all, you got to watch out for those guys. Seriously, those bands will definitely bring up those totals really quick. And like I said, the models can't even pick up on those. And it also reduces visibility. So, you definitely don't want to be driving out in this here. I mean, it's going to be probably pretty messy for, a day or so. Let's see here. Don says camera of the snow. I don't have, let's see here. I can show you this. Hold on a minute. We're going to bring y'all back over here. So unfortunately, North Dakota is not terribly too populated. I don't have any specific actual cameras, live camera views. But what I do have, and what I can show you, is a good amount. Let's see here. We're gonna bring up our cameras. There we go. We got some cameras up here across North Dakota. Let's see. What about this guy? Yeah, so there's pictures of it showing you what's going on out in those regions. That's not really the best of camera. Let's see, out there towards the west, yeah, they've probably seen a decent amount of snowfall out here. Yeah, you can see those snowflakes going through. Definitely a little heavy out there. Wow, dude, look at that whole road. That thing's basically covered in snow. Yeah, still people driving on that road there. Yeah, y'all, please don't be driving in this, okay? This is definitely a little heavy. I mean, you might be used to driving in these conditions out there. That's actually South Dakota, believe it or not. But you might be used to driving in those conditions. Oh my gosh, look at this one, Sturgis. That is crazy. But yeah, you might be used to driving in those conditions, but like I said, it's not worth the risk. It's not worth that Taco Bell run. So, definitely would not, definitely would not go out there. Let's see. I also have another set of cameras up north. We'll actually bring it up here to North Dakota. Yeah, we got some more cameras up there in North Dakota here. We're gonna bring you all over here back to that view. Turn on them cameras. So a lot of the heaviest snow right now is actually falling across like Bismarck. Let's see, which is like over in these areas somewhere. Let's see here. Let's go grab this camera. Wow, look at that. Goodness, that's actually a good amount of snow on the side of the road there. Not too bad. Let's see, let's see, Washburn. Oh wait, you know what? Bismarck's actually further south. Duh. Bismarck's down here. Here we go. Nearly white out on that camera. Oh my gosh, dude. Look at that. I mean, that camera is like almost obscured. I mean, you can't even see the snow or you can't even see hardly anything past that. Yeah, there you go. Roads are covered, it looks like, across a lot of those regions there. Oh, they blocked out that. Yeah, dude, roads are covered. It looks like that powdery type of snow, too. There is, if I grab a sounding, I could probably, it probably is, honestly. It looks like it's going to be the powdery stuff, especially up north. Because where the atmosphere is below freezing at all elevations of the entire atmosphere from where snow is, generated. it's going to remain powdery. The only reason it actually turns into, that clumpy, compact type of snow is if there's some point in the process to where the temperature exceeds 32 for a short period of time and then falls below 32 and sticks. But in this case, it is mostly powdery for the most part. Let's see. Yeah, we got a lot of cameras out there in Bismarck, actually. Let's go and hop to some of these other ones here. Wow. Yeah, even sticking to the camera there. It's a winter wonderland out there. That's for wow. Look at that one. Goodness. Yeah. So the thing about these these lighter snows too. A lot of those those the more the powdery type of snow, the dry snow people call it. They can pile up a lot easier. They can blow around a lot easier. But thankfully, the winds aren't terribly too heavy out there. I can actually show you guys here what the winds are like right now. So, a lot of the winds at the moment are coming from the north. This whole big air mass is just pushing to the southeast, bringing all that cold air, bringing the winds in that direction out there. But what's going on, with those winds out there towards like Bismarck, we're just looking at, we're talking like sustained winds around 20. Obviously, higher gusts could be possible. It's not calm or anything, but it's not blizzard-like. It's not like that. So, that's good. That's definitely good for the most part. So, there's those accumulations. I'll go ahead and bring up all those camera views we were looking at out there so you guys can see it. But yeah, no, we're getting reports of a lot of snow up there, y'all, up in North Dakota. It's definitely coming down here pretty good. Like I said, also a little bit further south too. We're getting some pretty big bands out there in South Dakota. Once again, the models were suggesting a lot of that snow to actually stop. Right around, let's see here, HRR. So the HRR, the newest run, was showing that snow to kind of stop right around like 3 a.m. Eastern time. Which I'll go ahead and show you guys this real quickly. So yeah, here's the models. Back again, here's the HRR. Has a lot of that, snow activity rolling out of South Dakota, right around like 3 a.m. Eastern. So about, 2 a.m. Central for you guys. Gusting to 27. Yeah, no, it's not too crazy. It's a little gusty, but it's not anything extreme. Cat says, where's my snow? Catman, you are very far away from getting any snow, my friend. You're down in Tulsa. It's a little ways away from that. The closest thing that you're going to be getting towards snow, though, will be... Yeah, actually, let's see here. Yeah, the closest thing you're going to get to seeing snow anytime soon is up in, like, Nebraska, which is still a ways away, It's probably still going to be a couple months, I'd say, before the time you get some down there. It's going to take some time, but let's see here. Popcorn, what's up, dude? It sure has been a minute. Hope you're doing good, man. But anyways, we're going to hop our way back over here, y'all, to that, back to the view here, to the main radar. Let's go and take a look up there towards Minnesota. Let's see. So, yeah, the temperatures are still above freezing for the most part. Thief River Falls around 33, which is, pretty close to that freezing point. But a lot of the other ones are up here in the, 34, 36, 37. So it's definitely above freezing for a lot of these places up there in northwestern side of, Minnesota. Now, you guys are expected to get, upwards of around, some areas over 6 inches of rainfall, or sorry, over 6 inches of snow. But yeah, right now it's just a little too warm. But, as the system rolls through and as that cooler air starts to actually pull down into these regions, then you're going to start to see some of those accumulations happen, probably within the next couple of hours or so. They'll start to see some of that accumulate. Yeah, you're going to get the biggest of your snow here right around right around, I'd say between 1 o'clock a.m. or so, between 1 and 7. So you're gonna have a good solid couple of hours of some heavy snow out there. You can see, the heaviest period is going to be for early morning for you guys. And of course that second little clipper system rolls through, in which if we take this with the GFS model, it actually shows a bit of ice being a problem too. Down there towards Kansas. Yeah, this would be your closest there, Catman. That would be your closest to seeing any snow, but it's still way too warm up there. Or down there, I should say. Let's see here. Barbara says Odessa, Texas doesn't get much snow here. Let's see. I've been in many feet of snow where I've lived. Let's see, Northeast many years. Find it cool expression those who've never seen snow. Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm in Florida now, and a lot of people down here haven't seen snow either. But I've been caught up in Winter Storm Jonas back in 2016. That was a 3-foot snowstorm I experienced up there in Virginia, which was crazy. It was a good experience, though. I really enjoyed that one. But yeah, everything was shut down for like 2 weeks at that point. Pretty crazy stuff. It's definitely an experience, I can tell you that one for sure. Let's see here. Let's go and check on that cold front, actually. Let's see what's going on down. I think it's up there in Iowa right now. Let's see. Nope, it's a little further west there. Where is that cold front? I think it's actually in eastern... Yeah. So, we're going to be getting this cold front here. Let's actually figure out where this is at. Let's look at the current... Here we go. Alright, we're going to bring you all over here. This is the current temperatures and stuff like that. So, the current map. So, yeah, the cold front right now is right along this area here. So it's moving into northwestern Iowa right now, moving, mostly out of Nebraska, right across southeast Nebraska, which is crazy. Is look at this. The temperatures are right like in the 20s, right? Across northwest Nebraska, southeast Nebraska, temperatures like in the 70s. That's like a 50-degree differential between the the northwest side and the southeast side. See, I kind of miss the snow bar. Yeah, I agree too. What's up, Butch? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Russian? But yeah, no, it's a big difference. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, no, the cold front is right in there. It's kind of pushing through Kansas right now. But you see that big punch of air rolling through. Really cold blast coming up from from Canada. Actually, let me look at the big view on this. Let's hop back over here to this view. We're gonna zoom in a bit, and we are going to pull up to the North American view. Let's see here, and we're gonna pull up the temperatures. Perfect. So let's see what's happened. So, oh yeah, so you can just see that big air mass there. Wow, that's crazy. So you can see a lot of Canada is actually really cold, and we're getting that low pressure system actually dragging that cold air down. That's what's happening. We got that low pressure system there, and it's actually forcing the winds to blow to the south, and that's causing all of that cold air just to dig its way into the U.S. here. And it ain't gonna stop there. It's gonna continue going south for the next several days. So everybody, yeah, like I said, just be prepared for some cold temps. I can tell you that one. Actually, look at that. The GFS. We're going to go back to the main U.S. view. Wow, that's crazy. So even though, yeah, this is about 130 hours out, so, I mean, it's, a couple days away. But the GFS is suggesting those freezing temperatures getting all the way down as far south as, like, north central Alabama. Like 32 and below. Like a lot of the Ohio Valley completely covered in freezing temperatures. To northeast, yeah. Wow, that's pretty cold. Russian says, what does an El Nino mean? So it means a lot of different things for a lot of different places. For example, an El Nino typically brings a lot of nor'easters, so a lot of low pressure systems driving heavy snow across the northeast. Cool and more wet conditions across the south, and more and dry air up north. That's quick little view of that. I'm not gonna break down the entire thing over there. But yeah, El Nino, yeah, Catman saying it brings usually a bit more snow to the south. That's true. So yeah, this year we'll probably see a bit more snow to the south. More towards the southeast. We made a whole winter forecast on that. If you want to go look at that, made that was that about 2 months ago, maybe a month or two. Let's see. All right, we're gonna hop back over here to that, back to the radar here. So yeah, out there once again, y'all. Washburn. We are reporting ourselves, about 9.5 inches, and that was actually reported here. Let's see, when was this reported? This was reported at 1:44 UTC, so that was about over a half hour ago. That was a little bit ago. But we've actually had the overall totals there. I mean, I'll go ahead and show you guys this. So this is the. Let's see here. That's not it. So here we go. Here's the observations. So this is how much snow we've seen in the last, from this system here overall. Last 72 hours, we've seen over 6 inches across the northwest side. Let's see here. Looks like the heaviest so far did actually play out. I am very, very, very proud of the models. I'm not going to lie with y'all. The models did pretty good. Yeah, they suggested the heaviest snow would be up there in northwestern Wyoming. And would you look at that? Some areas saw over 2+ feet for those upper elevations. That is crazy. That is actually pretty crazy. Yeah, up there. That's pretty nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here. I did not mean to change that, actually. Let's go now back over here. Let's see here. Seasonal snowfall. So this is how much snow has been observed this season, y'all. Look at this. So here we have... Yeah, that's how much snow we've seen this season. That's where we've seen the snow so far. Actually, apparently there's been a bit of snow reported up in the northeast, too. Across north and south. North... New Hampshire, not north... I'm losing it, y'all. New Hampshire and Vermont. Also, there's been a little bit out there towards upper elevations of, North Carolina. Let's see here. Snowpack is good for these areas. Yeah. Yeah, until it melts, and then that's a problem. Yeah, because then it starts, causing a bunch of sliding and a bunch of, melting of the water. It's not good. Or melting of the snow, which leads to flooding, which is a big problem. Yeah, hopefully this stuff will melt slowly because, the faster snow melts, obviously, in this season, this season, it's very crazy because you can have a really cold period, then you can have a really warm period. And, those big fluctuations could allow the snow to melt super quickly versus if it's winter, it's already really cold. You get a snowstorm, it's still going to be cold for a while. So that's, that's a lot of it. TRG says I have to call you after stream, so I'm going to have to okay, sounds good. Yeah, I was actually planning on ending the stream here soon, y'all. Because, I just want to hop on here for a little bit, talk to you guys about accumulations and all kinds of cool stuff in terms of what we're looking at, so... but yeah, because we've already been live for about an hour, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream, y'all. We're going to be calling it here soon, so if you've not already, consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button if you've not already, be greatly appreciated. And, but yeah, like I said, guys, once again, thank y'all for joining us. We'll make sure to keep you guys updated on this and stuff. The next thing on the list here we got to be looking out there for is, let's see here. So we have that second wave of winter weather rolling through. Yeah, we'll go ahead and show you guys this real quickly. So yeah, the second wave is going to be rolling through here basically for the 29th. Yeah, look at that. Could drive some ice potential up there towards, Kansas, maybe even into Panhandle, Texas even. That's the next thing we got to really look out there for. And yeah, that's about it for right now. Roadster says, great stream, Andrew. Thank you, Roadster. Greatly appreciated. But, all right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and head off here, y'all. Like I said, I was planning on rolling off here right around 10:30 because we're cutting it at the 1 hour mark. Obviously not as long as our, hurricane coverage the other day. But, all right, guys, y'all take care. Like I said, if y'all have not already, please consider subscribing. Be greatly appreciated. Y'all rock. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And like I said, if y'all have any questions, feel free to join our... like I said, feel free to join our Discord. We have that there in the description and all that stuff. But, okay. All right, guys, y'all take care. And like I said, stream's going to head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends and family. And until next time, my friends, we'll catch y'all later on. All right, my friends, see y'all later. Peace out.